Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. So I've torn a load of stuff down over here. I probably need to get rid of that, I'm going to need more space. And I've started rebuilding. Now this is going to be an awful lot. I'm not going to set all of this up. This is just kind of future-proofing for when I finish dealing with things here and getting the turbo motor stuff. Probably something to just do post-series if I decide to keep, messing around with this save file. With the output of the quartz crystal, or the raw quartz that we can get from here, I can get 40 manufacturers set up to make crystal oscillators. So I need 32 of these making quartz crystal. I need an awful lot of wire, and I think the constructors I need total about 170-ish, including this lot, so I've taken a good chunk out of that, which is good, but we're just going to kind of faff around with this. I'm going to try and set up, properly set up about a quarter of it, so we'll have an output of 10 oscillators a minute, which would be more than enough for what we need to do, and we're just going to play with that, see where things go. So all I've done so far is put down these constructors and started sorting out some of the basic inputs underneath all this, and what I want to look at next, we'll go with smelters for the copper and iron, which I think is in here. That's all the materials for that. Good. So it's going to be an awful lot. I need 40 smelters for iron. I need 19 for copper. And unfortunately, things taper off a little bit here with the way the terrain's going, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to deal with that. And I could potentially build things out over in this direction. Let's see what we could do. Let's start putting some smelters down over here anyway. So I'm going to just keep doing these in blocks of 4s, because it makes the logistics nice and easy. I think this should work nicely. Yeah, that'll probably have to be where I end things on this side. Because otherwise the scenery is just going to get in the way, and that's going to annoy me. But we can play around with things a little bit. So we've got 8 there. I need to put down another 8, 10, 11. Okay. Where am I going to shove these? Bloody dunes. It's the one thing that I'm kind of disliking about this terrain. It's just, it goes up and down all over the bloody place. In fact, what I might do, just pull all these out. I'm going to put them somewhere else. What I might do, I might just elevate things a little bit. Because then I'd have plenty of space over this way to do stuff. Again, until the terrain starts getting a bit in the way, I suppose. So this would be a nice spot for things. Let's get smelters. And I'll start putting them in, say, here. That's the wrong spot. Okay, so that gets me up to 16. And I think over here I could get another 3 in. Not too much of a problem. So we'll go 1, 2, and then 3. And one of these, make it you. No, I'll make it you. You need to be underclocked to 70%. I need 561 copper ingots for this full setup. And again, we're not going to be doing the whole thing immediately. Mostly because it's going to take an absolute age to get it all done. But the kind of immediate reason is because power's going to tank. We're not going to be able to support this as far as power requirements go. So I thought it would probably be easiest to just get it all built, and then as and when I decide to finish things up, all I've got to do is really connect power to things. But that'll do it for the copper. Now I've got to do 30 smelters for iron, 10 smelters for iron rods. So iron plate, iron rods, the rods go into screws. Which, if I had an alternate recipe for the screws, like the casted ones, then that would reduce what I'd need for that. I mean, I'm tempted to go and grab one of... There was like a... Wasn't there a... One of the pods that I found wanted crystal oscillators? Yeah. 2 crystal oscillators. That was the one up by the silica production. I don't know how much luck I'm going to have if that's going to be the one... You know, if we'll get lucky with getting that alternate recipe, but... I tell you what, we're going to go and try it. Let's go and grab that hard drive. Even if we don't luck out with getting the alternate recipe that we want, we'll still get something. And something's better than nothing. I will have to go on a big hard drive hunt at some point. It'd be good to find as much stuff as possible to completely optimize what I'm doing here, but again, I don't think that will be anything that gets done on camera. I am considering, once the series is done and kind of out of the way, I'm probably going to be coming back to like tinker with things here a little bit here and there and just try and overhaul some stuff. I may occasionally come back for like little episodes here and there just to give updates on what the base is looking like. Oh god. But it would be nice to just kind of keep playing with it and trying to make improvements here and there. Alright, crystal oscillators. Oh, you need 15 megawatts as well. Well, that's easy enough. Well, I can't connect a conveyor lift to a power line, can I? That's just bad construction work. Right, plug that in. Now I can open it. Hard drive, done, good. Disconnect that. Change the beacon so it says clear. And we'll go and chuck this in the MAM. I was just playing around with the settings on the map so that the cleared beacons, or the pods with beacons saying that they're clear, won't show up on my compass, so I'm just kind of get rid of some of the clutter. Some of the clutter just needs to stay, I think. Okay, let's dump this in. That'll be 10 minutes, so we can go and do a little bit more work over this way. I'll at least set up the 30 smelters for the iron plate. That should take up a good chunk of time. And we can come back and check on things with the hard drive. So far, this place is already going to be bloody massive. So, let's get building. I could definitely build all the way out over this way. Wouldn't be a problem. And I need more concrete. I'd say it's a shocker, but it's not. The real shocker is the fact that I've got a ton of it over here, so I'm actually kind of prepared. I'm learning. It's only taken nearly 150 episodes, but I'm getting there. Another thing I did off camera was I handcrafted a load of turbo motors. I think it was a full stack of 50. I think that's how much they stack to. And over by there, we've got the iron nodes that we were using for this setup. I've chucked some Mark III miners on them now, so once they're overclocked, we'll be getting exactly the amount of iron that we need for this full setup. So, going to be plenty of production going on here. I'll fill this out a little bit. Let's get these smelters down. Gonna be here a while. That one could be a bit awkward. Yeah, okay, we'll get rid of these. Alright, so this row is 16 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move and put a space between these ones. So 16 along here. That gets it to 24. Then 1, 2, 3. What would the space down here be like? Not great. Yeah, not liking the underbelly sort of space either, to be honest with you. I'll chuck another 6 in over this side. Or even down this way. This could work. Okay, that gets 30 for the iron plate production. Belting all this together is gonna suck. Oh man. Let's go and check the hard drive. It should be close to done now. If not completely done already, so we might be able to see what we've got. Just under 2 minutes. I'll sit here and wait. Got that lot done quicker than I was expecting. It's not bad. And we have coated iron plate, high-speed wiring? Why would I need an alternate recipe or an alternate blueprint for the automated wiring? That's completely obsolete now. And then copper rotors. I don't know which of these I prefer. We'll go with coated iron plate. Why not? We'll just have that. New parts. Lovely. Alright, so we're sticking with the same game plan for now. We just need another 10 smelters for the iron. So we'll just do another batch along the back here. I might just do this in a row of, you know, a complete column of 10. And we're done. Smelters are all in place. I just got to set recipes on everything. I think we're mostly good here. Let's tear up some of this as well. Just rein in some of the structure. And I can remove these bits. I'm going to put some floor in underneath, obviously, because I need to get the underbelly done. Right. Underbelly, finished. Now what? Now I think I need to build another floor above everything. So what I'm thinking, I might build... let me grab more concrete. 'Cause I'm going to need more. Always need more. I think I'll build the next floor to kind of get clearance above the smelters, and that'll be where kind of the next parts of production are going to go. If all the smelters want to load in properly as well, that'd be fantastic, but, you know, early access and all that. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3. We'll use a 2-meter foundation for the base floor. Stick my jetpack on, and up we go. And actually, I think that's going to bring us to line up with that. Let's have a look. Yes, it does. Okay, that's worked out fantastic. So, this side of the build is going to be all of the copper production, so I want to make sure I put all of the wire and cable stuff over here. Now, what do I need? 37.4 constructors making wire, going into 18.7 constructors making cable. Well, this should be interesting. And I don't quite have enough... Oh, do I have enough materials? No, I don't. I need more reinforced plate, which should be over this way. Yes, plenty more stuff here. A load more cable as well. So this place is already going to be massive in comparison with the old build, which is probably pretty obvious anyway. I'm trying to figure out how and where I'm going to put the manufacturers. So I could keep just building up, but I kind of want to build out instead. So I might put like the manufacturers out over this side, We could maybe do a couple of floors of them, because 40 manufacturers is going to take up a lot of space. Remember, the old Crystal Oscillator build, I think, had that many. It was monstrous. And then I think we'll put a train station in somewhere around this side of things. We'll try and do as much of this stuff as cleanly and compact as possible, so let's get things going. So that's 6 wire manufacturers. I need 3 and a bit more setups like this. I don't want to draw it out too far. I might build this up, do a few floors of this. I've also built a massive, like, height-wise underbelly on this. It really doesn't need it. So, alright, I'm going to tear this down. I'm going to bring it down a little. Alright, 6 constructors making cable. Build another floor up. I don't know, I like the idea of how this is going to end up being shaped. Because a lot of this is going to be kind of like varying heights for different areas of the building. So I think once it's all done, this is going to look really cool. You know me and my aesthetics. I do enjoy them. Alright, 2 floors down. So that gets us to 12. Now I need another 6.7. So 1 more floor, and then we should be done. This is certainly very different to how I set this up in the last update. I kind of like the idea of doing it all on site. Making for an interesting new way of doing things as opposed to outsourcing everything and bringing things in by train. I don't know, it's led to 2 very different kind of factory styles, and I like this. Again, it kind of like how different people go about playing things like Factorio as well. Everybody's got their own method of doing things. And you can always play the game... You know, you can play the game as many times as you like and always find a new way of doing things. Which I think is really good. Adds to the longevity of things. I was thinking of maybe building the last little bit out this side, but I don't think I will. I might bring it out over here. Because we only need 3 more constructors. We need to expand the floor anyway. So, why the fuck not? And you can go like that. And that will be everything done. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Perfect. So all that needs to be done is to drop the productivity down on these ones. So I need 1 running at 100%, another at 40%. So I could run the 2 of them at 70% and get the same output. And then this cable manufacturer needs to go down to 70%, not 7. So that's a good chunk of all this stuff done. Massive chunk. Fucking chunky. And I think that's all I'm going to be able to get done in this episode. So progress is getting made here. We're going to be faffing around with this one for an awful long time, I think. But I like the idea of kind of building this ready for, you know, full overclocking on all of the miners. Because it's going to take Mark III miners on here, overclocked to 250% to be able to fully feed this system. The amount of copper I'm going to need is 561 a minute, and then 1,200 iron. So the inputs for this are going to be quite substantial. And overall, just the size of this is going to be monstrous. But I think once it's done, it should look pretty cool. We'll play around with some more of this in the next episode. We'll try and get the iron constructors all in place. I might try and do some of the logistics between episodes. I'll see how I get on. I'll try and get some, like, the remaining floor stuff in place, and we'll go from there. We'll be spending a few episodes with this build, I reckon, and then we can move on to, you know, looking at something else to do with all this rebuild so we can get the turbo motors going. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here, so I'll just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays and metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. What a kick. Oh, yes. Get him. Oh, it's glorious.